Blueface went online and made this wild allegation that went viral that said that you and Offset had slept together behind Cardi's back. You haven't talked about it. Cardi hasn't talked about it.
She responded and said she didn't know if it was true or not, and she said that's me and him is broken up. That's
Right.
what she said.
Right.
What?
I guess I'm just wondering why any sane man, especially a married, famous, rich man, would mess with Chrisean Rock at this point.
And Cardi's call to clear it up. Cardi's call was just like, you know, at that time, I don't know if the world knew it, but they were separated.
Huh.
Offset and Cardi was separated.
Do you recall when Blueface made public accusations that Chrisean Rock and Offset had an affair in December of last year? We all thought it was a lie, but the man was not behaving awkwardly as he usually did. Retaliation against Cardi B is believed to have been the driving force behind Cash's affair with Offset, which she says she's currently discussing. If you were awake at the time, you might remember that it started when Janet, Crohan's old best friend, claimed in a live broadcast that Crow had convinced her to hook up with Offset at his and Cart's house. Janet said Count continued by saying she had placed her ring there on purpose, hoping Cardi would notice and get offended.
You guys didn't know this, like, Hispanics are just way more popping. Like, Cardi B, Chrisean, come on. And then you was a home wrecker, so it's like, you try to home wreck Cardi B shit because you want to be like her. So it's like, what did you say? You left your earring or your ring on purpose so Cardi could see it? Oh yeah, that's when I went all out. That's when I was like, we committing adultery now? Oh girl, that's not God. That's how I knew how to cut people off.
First, everyone thought Janet was jealous of Crone and a bad friend who was trying to remove any influence on Cardi's and her reputation. But shortly after the movies started making the rounds on the internet, Blueface made Croissant public. A tattoo is not an indication of a cock, he said in a tweet that has since been removed. The husband of Cardi B was genuinely effed a few weeks ago. Ninjas fucking you and staring at me is getting old to me. Get rid of the rest as soon as possible. Please, if you missed it, Count's face tattoo was the subject of Blueface's reference. Seshen had just gotten a tattoo, but Blues was upset that she was still seeing other men. Naturally, Croissant was determined to stop the story from going viral, so she swiftly took to the internet to present her version of events and make her own accusations clear. She wrote to Blueface, "You over there trying to crack Nelly Chopper's baby mama. She called you that. You don't have ribs, my kid. Let's talk about how I came upon gay porn in your recent search history. In fact, that is the reason I was given the cover-up. I had a fiery ninja around my neck, dude. Bisexuality is very fine. Tell her now, weirdo, before she falls in love. All you're doing is making up excuses and leaving. If I haven't started it yet, call me. Go to sleep, Athul." So you were enough for Card's husband on November 10th at 4 a.m. in their house in LA, is something I invented. With Offset's already strained relationship with Card, it was clear that he would not miss this one. He posted his version of events online in a flash. "I have never spoken to or touched that woman," he replied. "Man, this is a major matter. You need some help. I feel bad for you because I'm never going to lie on my dick," Blueface concluded, obviously upset by the situation. "If the truth tears you down, you're living a shameful life, and I feel bad for you. I'll confess if I hit it." At the same time, Cardi B unfollowed Offset, calling him dead weight to suggest that she was done with him.
Scared to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to I'm not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you. So I was like, I changed my mind. But it has been like this for a minute now, and I just took it as a sign. So I wanna start 2024 fresh, open. I don't know, I'm curious for a new life, for a new beginning. And yeah, I'm excited. It'll put me none of that.
And the presenter re-examined one of Whack 100's previous tweets in a later Vlog TV appearance. he returned with even worse information. Wack implied in this tweet that Offset couldn't tell the difference between a hamlet and a castle. The mansion is Cardi B, and the cottage is Chrisean.
Threatened to expose some information about Offset involving some of the drama with Cardi B.
Who?
You.
Oh, I kept the exposure from happening. You know, I got phone calls from people outside of Offset. You gotta remember, I got relationships with people before my relationships with Offset. So I got Cardi called me her damn self.
Okay, because you had put up a post. You said, at Offset, little weird ass N-word, I told you keep me out your emotional shit. It's your fault you don't know the difference between a castle and a shack. Well, what does that mean?
Cardi B, Chrisean Rock.
Okay. You're lucky I respect sis, right? Get out the way and really let the exposure happen. Remember what you said.
Yeah, he's blaming me for what Blueface is doing.
Offset allegedly called him and blamed him for Blueface's actions, which were costing him his marriage, according to Wack. Blueface, however, wasn't attempting to avoid messages. She was ready to confront Chrisean, even if it meant with Cardi B present.
He's blaming me for what Blueface is doing. I didn't agree with Blueface for what he did.
What did Blueface do?
Well, he posted, I don't know if it was text messages, pictures, I don't know what it was, right? Of Offset and Rock, Chrisean, around, right? I wake up to it. I guess it's on Twitter somewhere. I don't be on Twitter, I don't know. My phone's going crazy, right? It's Offset. He's telling me, only thing I'm hearing is Blueface. I call Blueface, hey man, what is going on? He's flipping out, tripping out. And I'm like, what did you do? And he said, I welcome Offset to the circus. I said, well, what is that? And that's when he told me, he put up some text messages showing that whatever night French Montana had his party out there, I guess they hooked up, right?
Chrisean Rock hooked up with Offset.
Exactly, right? And I'm telling Blueface, nah, you can't. That ain't bro code. He said, I don't give a he want to be part of the circus, he part of the circus, right?
Additionally, Blueface's musical career benefited from Cardi's agreement to appear on his song Bust Down Theana. Evidence supports Blue's most recent allegation that Chrisean and Offset had a sexual encounter at French Montana's birthday celebration. Other sources also claim that Chrisean was seen leaving the party scenes with Offset. Sources claim that, despite the lack of official proof at the time, this complex situation was one of the many reasons behind Offset and Cardi's divorce, which was filed soon after the incident.
I'ma stand on what I said about Offset. Offset was mad about his wife. He sent them threats. That's why. So you know, we had somebody just tap on his shoulder and let him know he's touchable. So you know, we're not worried about Offset no more. That's why. That's why Wack posted what he posted. Yeah, alright. I'm the big bad wolf, schoolyard crip. Yeah, the homies. Welcome to the circus, kid. That's why.
They're starving. Moreover, Blueface was publicly threatening Offset, claiming that he would humiliate him by having someone tap his shoulder to alert him to his touchability. Interview 10 o'clock 10:34 about a year ago, it was one of the most talked about events. Offset and Cam were both out here rejecting the issue in every way possible, so it was difficult to determine who was being honest and who was being messy. As they say, however, the concealed will ultimately come to light, even if it takes a cheat. Insiders say Crone is revealing the material on his own right now. She has reportedly already admitted in private that she had an affair with Offset, adding that she did so to get even with Cardi. No one has been able to figure out how Cardi might have hurt Chrisean, of course. She would even go so far as to try to ruin her marriage in order to get even. The latest tabloid-style newspapers, however, assert that. And as we wait for the big reveal, here are some thoughts from a range of folks about this whole thing. I believe Rock understood exactly what Blue was saying when he came and accused her of playing Offset. the individual said. It was either destined to fall or something happened. She did not go into enough detail about it. An additional statement read, Offset clapped Blueface's girl's cheeks and put it out as revenge. The most ridiculous logic of 2024, last but not. Lee Sishin has never denied it. Tell us what you think, please. Did you then believe Crone was guilty? With her allegedly bringing it up again, is it just for attention and political advantage? Kindly leave a comment below with your opinions. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and watch the following video. It says awful.